Hi guys, welcome back to my Black Screen series. This is episode 37 and I'm caught up. Day behind, but I'm caught up. So apologies for being a week behind for a few weeks, but I'm caught up. Anyway, I I only put the last episode out earlier tonight, or whatever time it is that you're listening to this. It's only been, I don't even think it's had any views yet. It hasn't been up long at all. So I talked about moving and I talked about the dogs in the last episode. So I won't talk about those two things in this episode. I'll talk about the Cybertruck, which bores a lot of people probably. Apologies for that. I have a dedicated channel for that, so I don't blame you for being bored with it if you're not into it. I should have it on the other channel. But anyway, we're at the pointy end of the Cybertruck build, and there are weeks to go. Not months anymore. It's no longer, I've been saying 6 weeks for the last few months, I think. But yeah, it's actually, I was talking to my mum a couple of days ago, and I told her that if money wasn't an object and I had someone qualified and a go-getter that, like a tradie that works properly. So I'd need a qualified electrician, auto electrician, but with like a design engineering background. Like not someone that just does replacing wires and components of existing stuff. I want someone that can design the 12-volt system, even though I've got most of that done anyway, and it's all pretty basic. And yeah, most backyard electricians could probably do it themselves. It's not a big deal. But anyway, I told Mum if I had a electrician for a day, they'd only need about 4 to 6 hours to do it all. And that's the electrical stuff done on the Cybertruck. Everything. The drive system, the 52-volt system, is plug and play, so there's no real wiring to do there. I do have to cut some wires, run a bolt through, and rejoin the wires. That's no big deal though. I've got to do that on all four wheels just to put an extra bolt on the wheels. So there's already a bolt on the wheels, but I need to lock two bolts together. So yeah, anyway, neither here nor there. Don't want to distract the conversation. Oh, apologies for the last episode not being quite black. I had a bit of light pollution apparently. It looks like it anyway. So, um, yeah, so with the Cybertruck, there's, 4 to 6 hours, one day for an auto electrician, and a qualified engineer with welding skills, good welding skills, could knock over the suspension and the welding that needs to be done to finish it off, the engineering side of it, which would also take only about a day, maybe a day and a half. Let's say 2 days. So that's 3 days' work between two tradies or two professionals. That doesn't finish it because there's still some componentry work and body work to finish off. But it gets pretty close. There's the seat to do, the steering wheel to do, and the floor to put in, and the inner wheel guards for the front wheels. The dashboards have got to be finished off. Even though the wiring is done, that the components need to be installed in the dashboards. So, but yeah, all that can be done in probably 2 to 3 days, especially if I've got someone helping me. So I worked out that just with someone that's handy and neither an electrician or a engineer / welder, just someone that's a handyman that can weld and can do electrical stuff, but isn't qualified in anything. I've got a mate that's like that, and he's a go-getter. He's a bit of a clever guy. He's, you know, he's hands-on. So he's agreed to help me. But yeah, I've figured out with his help, it's about 8 days, or with anyone like if about his caliber, it's about 8 days work. On my own, there's probably about 3 weeks work. It sounds a massive difference from 3 days, doesn't it? Or 3 to 5 days, 3 to 6 days, sorry, or 8 days with a mate. Yeah, but 3 weeks by myself. That 3 weeks would be more likely 4, 5, even 6. So I don't want it to take that long, because already the mate that's going to help me to take 8 days to do it can't help me for another week and a half. What's that? About 10 days. But still, that means within about 3 weeks it could be on the road. Which is pretty cool, right? Even if we give ourselves a bit more, 4 weeks, it'll be on the road. Mid-October, which is ahead of the 5-year mark. So November is the 5-year mark for the release of the prototype in Texas, America, by Cybertruck, by Elon, you know. Anyway, so I was going to have that as my absolute latest deadline. I still might do like a flashier launch video. I might redo the launch video, but make it all flashy. We'll throw a silver ball at the window and it won't break, and we'll hit it with a bat and it won't break or whatever. It'll be a plastic bat. It'll be a plastic ball painted silver. Shh, don't tell anyone. But yeah, the side windows are only Perspex, they're not polycarbonate, but the roof and the windscreen are polycarbonate. They could take a good hit and not break. But yeah, I don't want to push it, and I don't want to scratch them. They do scratch easy, and I've already got too many scratches on the roof, the windscreen, and the side windows. The side windows are really bad because I've had the side windows cut out for well over a year now. 2 years? Yeah, well over 2 years, I think. Maybe longer. Anyway, they've been cut out for a while. They've been moved around. They've been put on and off both the prototype and the current model. They've been dropped, accidentally trod on, rained on, dirt on them, dogs running over them with dirty feet, you know, so all sorts of things have happened, and I'm not happy about it, but they got some damage. No big deal, because it turns out they're not polycarbonate. I thought they were, and I'm going to exchange some, I'm going to get some polycarbonate ones made, and there's a place in Ballina where I got the roof and the windscreen done, and it'll cost me around $160, I think, to do the side windows. Maybe less. Might only be about $100 or $80. We'll see. And by then, I'm guessing that the windscreen and roof will be scratched enough that I might want to replace them at the same time, and then everything see-through on the vehicle will be brand new again, and then I'll look after it. And there is some stuff, I'll ask them when I get the new windows made. There is this like a car polish that you'd rub on with a rag and then buff off. But this is like this, it's like maybe like a silicone rub. It's a liquid that you put on a rag, you rub all over your windows, and it stops them from scratching so easy, because polycarbonate does scratch easily. It's tough. It's hard to break. Harder to break than glass. A lot harder to break than glass. But, yeah, when it breaks, it breaks. It doesn't break the same as glass. It'll just break in half kind of thing. snap in 2 or 3 pieces. Unlike a windscreen that will, because they're laminated, they'll shatter but stay in some sort of form because of the film in between the glass. That's another thing I'm thinking about eventually. Instead of replacing the windscreen with another sheet of polycarbonate, biting the bullet, spend a little bit more money. It won't be as tough, but it'll look better, and it'll be safer if you have an accident. Yeah, to get it actually safety glass cut to this size, because it's a flat piece of glass, doesn't need any curves. I can get the windscreen cut to shape in laminated glass, and probably get them to round the corners slightly or something like that. Yeah, so that'll be cool. No idea what it'll cost, but I'm sure I can get it done in Lismore. So yeah, so realistically, the Cybertruck doesn't need a whole lot to call it finished. I just put the front bumper bar on today. Been meaning to do that for probably 2 weeks. It's been built for a while, but I've just had it sit in there loose. I've got the mounts there. I've had it on before, but I took it off when I sprayed the frame, and then I just put it loosely on and didn't screw it up. I went to, and then realised, oh, it's hard. It's under the thing. I've got to lay on my back, and it's uncomfortable. The ground was wet. So, yeah, today I didn't actually get on the ground. I lifted the front of the Cybertruck up. It was up on like a 45-degree angle, way up in the air at the front, and I got under it and got the cordless drill and went zip, zip, and we put it together. So the front bumper bar is mounted now, and there's a gap in between, above the front bumper that needs filler. I've got filler panel in process. It's already painted black, but I've just got to fit that as well. I've got to fit a couple of the nose pieces, the left and right nose piece, and then we do a bit of vinyl wrapping on the front lid, which is the bonnet lid for Aussies, trunk lid for Americans. Oh no, trunk is boot, eh? What do you call the front part where the engine is? The hood, that's right, under the hood. Yeah, so the frunk, they call it on the Cybertruck. It's the front trunk, because the trunk is normally the boot, which doesn't have a motor in it, where you can put things. But in the Cybertruck, that's in the front. The back is for cargo, and the middle section's for people. I don't quite have that set up. I don't really have a front area. I do have a front lid. I lift it up, but yeah, there's not really storage area under there. There is battery area, and at the back of that is where my feet pedal. So there's not really room for a proper frunk. But yeah, it's a good access point if I need to get my hands in under the front quickly for something without reaching all the way down. You imagine how awkward it would be to try and reach down towards my feet while I'm inside it. If I happen to drop something, I can list with the front lid. I can hop out the roof, walk around the front of it, lift up the front lid, and grab whatever it is that I've dropped. That's happened to roll towards the front of the vehicle if I hit the brakes. Didn't have something secured. Could be anything. Dog's ball. Dogs are playing with the ball in the back and they drop it beside me, and then I hit the brakes and it rolls all the way down near my feet. And it goes past my feet and I can't get it. So I pull over, hop out, go to the front, open the front lid, reach in, grab it, shut the front lid, hop back in the roof, chuck the ball to the dogs again, so don't drop that again beside me because it'll roll down the front and I'll have to do it all over again. Anyway, boring shit, right? Appreciate you guys listening, and yeah, just know that I'm probably just about 3 to 4 weeks away from having the Cybertruck on the road, and I'm caught up on the episodes again on the Black Screen series. Yay! Yeah. In the next episode, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Love yous. Bye.